So in this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to edit an alert template using the new template editor UI. So first of all, I'm going to navigate to Wizards, and you can see here we've got a guided task which is called Editor Template. So if we click on this guided task, we'll at the top of the screen we'll get a guided task UI, which basically is gonna walk us through the process of editing a template. So you can see here we've got three options. We can edit a template for a fact-based SLA, we can edit a template for a statistical SLA, or we can edit a template for a report. So in this example I'm going to go for fact-based SLA. So once I've chosen that we're going for a fact-based SLA, we now have the option to pick a specific SLA. So if I go to view SLAs, I'll see all of my SLAs. So I'm going to look at this ActiveMQ heap usage SLA, and you can see here the alert template is the ActiveMQ heap usage template. So if I click on that, it shows me that I've selected that. So the next step in the guided task is to view the drill through. So I'm going to click on view the drill through, and I'm going to go and find some data. So I've got some old data. So here we go. So I've now chosen a fact. So now I've chosen my SLA, I've chosen my fact, so I've given all the information that I need to in order to be able to now edit this template with some context. So if I now go to view template, this is the new screen that shows up. So you can see here that I'm editing this template, the ActiveMQ heap usage template. I've got the options to edit either the HTML or the text or the SMS, so we can switch through those. This is the text template, this is the SMS template, and we're going to go back to HTML. So also on this page we've got this is on the left hand side we've got the editors, and on the right hand side here we've got the preview panel. So right here we've got, this is the editor to edit the title, this is the editor to edit the content, and here you can see the title preview, and here you can see the content preview. In the bottom we've got a table which shows us the variables that are available to us within the template, and so we can use these variables, we can insert these variables into the template using the free marker syntax. And on the right hand side here we've also got some example values from the facts that we chose. So for example, in our fact, the color of the fact was blue. The fact ID, you can see the fact ID is here, the fact name is APM storage, etc. So we can see some example data, and we can see the variables that are available to us. We've also got the ability to insert these variables directly in without typing anything. So if I just put my cursor anywhere in the template, so for example let's put it just at the end of this issue description, and now I've got two options here. I can insert, or I can insert with a null check. So if I just insert, you can see that the text has been updated to include this fact context name. So if I now hit this button up here, this is the refresh button. So where we've got the issue description, which we will find in here. Here, the title. So where we've got the issue description, we're now going to have a dash and then the fact name, which is APM storage. So if I refresh this, you can see here the issue description has been updated. So we've got issue description dash APM storage, and we've inserted this variable. So we can insert these variables very easily. Another nice feature is that we can also, if we hit Control Space, we've got a list of all the variables that are available to us. So we can see all of the different variables that we could possibly want to use. If I type, for example, if I type name, I can see all of the variables that contain the word name. So again, we've got the fact name, and clicking on that variable then inserts it into the template. A few other features that we've got here. Once we've made some modifications to this, we can hit the save button, and then that will save the template. As I said, we've got the refresh button up here, which basically allows us to, any changes that we've made in the editor, we can then do a live update on the right hand side and see what the template would look like with those edits. If we make any mistakes in the template, for example, let's say we put a bad if statement in, we can refresh, and you can see that we've got validation errors, and you can see where we've got our validation error. You can see it's highlighting here, it's saying that at this point we've got an error. So if I remove that and refresh the preview again, we go back to a working preview. We've also at the top here, we've got another button which is this syntax help button. So if I open this, this will provide us with some nice quick hints towards the free marker syntax. We can go to the full. We've got a link to the full documentation here. This will open a new tab with the free marker documentation. But for a quick cheat sheet of syntax for free marker, we can just look in here. So we've got an if-else directive, and you can see here that's how it looks. We've got list directives. We've got all sorts of different directives. We've got some very common functions. This is not exhaustive, but it does give you a good idea of the most common operators and most common functions that you would want to use. For example, we've got some examples of number formatting. We've got examples of string formatting, date time formatting, converting dates from Java date into something that's human readable with a format string. So this is just a quick cheat sheet of syntax. Another nice feature that we've also got is that if we're sort of working on this particular content and we want a full screen, we can drag and drop this. We can drag this content so we can make it as large as we want. And also if we're working on this particular content, we can expand this, and then we can get this in full screen, so it makes it much easier to edit. And as we said before, we've still got all those. We've got those suggestions in here. And that is the overview of the new template editor. Thank you for listening.